Guys, it's that time. I am doing another Fisherman's Tale. This time, guys, I'm doing what I'm calling Dead Spec. Doesn't necessarily mean the books are just not worth anything. They're books that shot up and people spec'd them real hard, and then they've slowly started to just no one cares. No, they don't exist. You might actually find them in dollar bins again, or maybe not dollar bins. Maybe they're back issue books, or people are just sitting on buckets full of these books, and they're just waiting, just like you and I sometimes wait. So let's dig into my article here. This is CBSi's Dead Spec. So guys, as you can see, this is the actual article. I have it sort of split, sort of funny. I'm trying something a little new, seeing if I can get myself a little bit bigger on the screen while also showing you my article. So you can read things where we're going to dive into, and we're going to look at the images, because that's all that you guys really care about. We're looking at two books. When I say Dead Spec, we're looking at, okay, these two books both came out in 2012. They're both from Image. At some point, they got some rumor mill. Maybe they'll do a show. They got optioned. Their IPs were bought, and then nothing's come of it. So let's first look at Think Tank. Think Tank is an interesting book. I looked it up. I read them. The reason this book popped into my radar, all of a sudden, this Virgin variant here, these are all the covers for issue number 1. And these appeared in back issue bins, and I was like, whoa, what is this? It looked like someone had dumped a bunch of them. And so I picked up issue 1, all 3 covers. And I looked them up, and I was like, why are people asking $40 for this book? What makes this book so unique, so special? First off, I looked at print runs, and you're talking low print runs for these books. And the center, the Virgin cover in the center, that's a 1 for 10. Basically, the idea behind this story is, what if some guy works at a think tank, straight up genius, think Real Genius by Val Kilmer, or think of Scorpion, take both of those and start putting them together, and that's what you sort of get from the premise of this book. But the problem that I see with this book is, since this book got optioned, we have had several different, since this book got optioned, we've had several different things happen. We have had Scorpion, the TV show, came out. Limitless, the movie, came out. And then Limitless, the TV show, came out. All of those focus on some genius who's doing things that they're not quite happy about. So that's Think Tank. Other book that I'm going to try this again. I froze on the screen, so we're going to jump back in here. I'm looking at Peter Panzerfaust. Guys, I think there's a lot of potential here. I want to see this made, not just because I picked up issues 2 and 3, but because it is a fascinating story. What if Peter Pan happened during World War II? What if it was really a story of some basically orphans and some Americans and French and British people surviving World War II and what they did, and just sort of this cool sort of story. I read the first 10 issues, and there's some, if the book ever gets made into a TV show, which has lots of potential to be a 1 or 2 year miniseries type show, there's some first appearances. So I was like, hey, I'll just go ahead and throw them out there for you. But first off, the reason Peter Panzerfaust spiked was there was option news, but it was also a number 1 issue that had a print run of 4,814. Small print run for a number 1 issue. This is 2012. The second issue had about the same size print runs. The third issue actually went up. It went up to 5,000. So that's sort of why issues 1 through 10 all sat at that range of under 10,000 print runs for issues 1 through 10. Just like Invincible, just like Walking Dead. And then they had a giant, with issue 10, they had this retailer summit. And they had a retailer summit, and they said, okay, we're going to do that. We're going to push this book. So issue 11 had 17,000 print run. And then it went back down, but it became a popular book, and people were really interested in it, but people missed out on that first one. I know that if you could find this book, it was an easy $20 to easy $50, depending on the grade and all that type of stuff. Now it sits at around 100 because low printed first issues of Image are just worth holding on to. So here you got some of the images. This is the first issue right here. Right here you got the first issue of Peter Panzerfaust. Great issue here. Then you got a second print of it. This is issue 3. This is the first appearance of Wendy. And so this is the first time you get her. But you also, in the end of this, you get Peter slices a lieutenant's or captain's hand that you later come to find out is Captain Hook. But it happens here in this issue, in issue 3. This is issue 5. This is the first appearance of Tiger Lily. and she's leading a resistance, and there's a big chief, and the first time you meet her, and there's a second print that's like the reverse of this image. Issue 8 is the last splash page, is sort of that Wolverine the last image, and you get a image of Hook. This is the first time you meet Hook. This is actually a cover they did not use in the first run, and the first 5 issues, and they used it here in issue 8 for the big second printing for issue 8. This is one that's actually for really affordable right now, which surprises me if Hook is a big deal. And then issue 9 is the origin, the story of Hook, who he was, and how he values war and all that type of stuff. And this is, for a lot of people, considered the first appearance of Hook, though he appears in name in issue 8, and actually you meet him in issue 3 as well. And then you have issue 10 is where you start getting into Wendy, and this is where you get these different covers that go with the book. So sort of jumping back out of it and sort of looking at it here. So you have all these great covers here. You have a Retailer Summit, that's the where they're in the car. You have a blank sketch, and then issue 11 actually has a 1 for 20. And I like the 1 for 20. It's hard to find. It's a pricey book. And then throughout the rest of the 25 issues that are in this run, there's a variant here and there. But the first 10 or 11 are the really hard to find collectible issues. 11's a 1 for 20, but there's 17,000. But yeah, I would definitely try to pick up these books if you believe in spec that's dead, but maybe there's a chance to hoard. Maybe now is the time to be finding these in your back issue bins and doing something and holding on to them in just a hope. Guys, it's a good story. I'm getting into where I'm reading all this Image stuff, and it's a good story. It's worth reading. I enjoyed both trades that I read in one day. I read through both of them. They're great reads. It's a story that has a lot of potential. I am probably going to try to read the next 2 trades. Or maybe I think it's 3 trades. But yeah, Peter Pronzafest, check it out. Are these Dead Spec? Is it get rid of it now? Hold on to it? Guys, a lot of times with spec, it's how much did you pay? I picked up issues 2 and 3 for $1.50 each. Hold on to them. I paid $25 for issues 2 and 3. Hold on to them. I paid $50. Yeah, you might be out of luck. It's a weird sort of dynamic. When to stop paying for something? When is it too much? When is it? But at the same time, we said all the same things about Ultimate Fallout 4. This is not a $2,000. No, it's not that. But we kept thinking there was a top. But where's the top? When do you buy in? It's all about when you bought in. So guys, this is comicbookinvest.com. This is Fisherman's Tale. This is my Dead Spec, or is it Dead Spec? I'll probably do these periodically just because I sort of like the idea of it. So tell me what you think. Please make sure you like and subscribe below. Thank you, guys.